Now, I've come around on this. There was a few years ago I said that if there's one area I would love to go in, a city I'd love to go and visit someday, it'd be Havana.
Oh.
I don't know, maybe it's the mystique of that city, 1950s,
Trapped in time.
Bogart, Ernest Hemingway era. But, Marco Rubio makes a great point about how all these people, these celebrities, go down to Cuba, they go and they kind of see it for a few hours and they come back, and he got so furious about this. He said, look, if you want to know how horribly the people of Cuba are treated, come and talk to me. Come and talk to me, and I'll tell you about going to visit this horribly oppressive country. Well, Beyonce and Jay-Z decided to spend their 5th anniversary in Havana, and now lawmakers are looking into exactly how in the world they managed to get there in the first place.
It is against the law for American citizens to spend money in Cuba on vacations. You can apply for a waiver. Journalists are allowed to go, but you're not allowed to go as a tourist, which it looks like they may have. But more to the point, there's no question that their presence was used by the Cuban government for propaganda purposes. You're seeing a picture there of Beyonce with some Cuban young pioneers, members of the communist youth group there. This picture, of course, trumpeted by the regime, the authoritarian regime in Cuba, as an example of how, international superstars approve of the Castro regime. Pretty appalling.
So now some congresspeople, Senator Marco Rubio, Congresswoman Ileana Ros-Lehtinen, Congressman Mario Diaz-Balart, are trying to figure out how Jay-Z and Beyonce got there, what sorts of licenses, visas, whatever, were waived on their behalf, since it didn't appear to be an educational or necessarily a cultural mission, though perhaps they can couch it as that somehow.
Pretty easy to get to Cuba, really. I mean, there are a lot of direct flights from Jamaica, from Havana. You can actually fly, from Canada, you can fly from Miami. The point is, when you go, though, if you are famous, it seems like you'd go out of your way not to be used as an unwitting stooge in the propaganda machine of the communist government.
And that is the argument that Rubio makes, which is you go there, they just go there for photo ops. They go there to sort of gawk at the culture, at the state, and then they leave. They don't really do anything. But people there are horribly oppressed. The country is basically in tatters as a result of the Castro regime. So don't go there just to gawk, just to take pictures and enjoy your 5th anniversary. Come and talk to, Marco Rubio. He'll tell you. You don't need to fly there. We'll tell you how bad it is there.
We will see what happens on Congress with their trip. Meanwhile,